गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स। सो संडे हो चाहे मंडे, पढ़ाई तो डॉक्टर्स की चलती ही रहती है। सो हियर आई एम अगेन ऑन अ संडे मॉर्निंग फॉर यू स्टूडेंट्स, and today I'm going to complete three one-liner series, and there will be 7th, 8th and 9th series. Then tomorrow I'll be completing the 10th and 11th, because the antibiotics, they took almost 200 questions were there in antibiotics. So with that, with 11 series, I'll be coming to an end of this 101 liners, and then I will be compiling all of them in a Word file and convert it into a PDF, and I'll share that PDF with you students. That will be better, because in the Word file all the questions will come in a very small Word file or in a very small PDF, continuous एक copy की तरह वो बन जाएगा. So this is about that. And one more thing I wanted to tell you, that please go through the 101 liner videos also that I have posted, and because with each question there are some snippets of information also about pharmacology that we discuss. So here we come with the 7th 101 liner series in pharmacology. The first drug that we are going to study here is rivafenacin, which is a new anticholinergic drug and is approved for COPD by inhalational route. Xylitol, as we all know, that it is a lipoxygenase inhibitor, and it inhibits the synthesis of leukotriene B4, C4 and D4. And the limiting feature is short duration of action and hepatotoxicity. Xylitol, you can remember like this, inhibits lipoxygenase and leukotriene and synthesis by Montelukast, Zafilokast. They basically inhibit the bronchoconstrictor actions of leukotrienes at cystinyl leukotriene 1 receptor. So these drugs are not lipoxygenase inhibitor, but they actually inhibit the action of leukotrienes by acting at the cystinyl leukotriene 1 receptor. Now they are safe, but then few cases of Churg-Strauss syndrome have been associated with the use. Monoclonal antibodies, like against IL-4 and IL-5, we have mepolizumab and reslizumab. They are against IL-5, and dupilumab is against IL-4. Recently, news today has come that this drug dupilumab has been approved in the treatment of one second. It has been approved in the treatment of urinary chronic spontaneous urticaria in patients aged 12 years and older who remain symptomatic despite antihistaminic treatment. So dupilumab is recently approved, just today approved, for the treatment of chronic spontaneous urticaria also. Then MDI, that is a metered dose inhaler. It uses chlorofluorocarbons, and they deliver the drug in a spray form, while nebulizers, they produce a mist of drug solution generated by pressurized air. Nebulizers do not require hand inspiration coordination. So these are the methods of inhalation specified in or preferred in children, elderly, and very severe episode of asthma. Potassium iodide, it acts directly. It is an irritant, so it irritates the bronchial glands and also indirectly increases the bronchial secretions. Anticholinergics are more effective than other drugs for COPD than bronchial asthma. Anticholinergics are preferred in COPD. Anticholinergic drugs are bronchodilators of choice in patients of bronchial asthma on beta blocker therapy. Theophylline is a potent vasodilator, and it can cause hypotension, which leads to reflex tachycardia. Remember this. Children clear theophylline faster than adults, and so they require a higher dose. And clearance of theophylline is slower in the elderly, premature infants, and neonates. Roflumilast, silumilast, and tofrimilast are phosphodiesterase 4 inhibitors, and they are tried for bronchial asthma. Please remember, theophylline is also a PDE4 inhibitor, and roflumilast is nowadays more preferred drug in bronchial asthma. Mepolizumab is an interleukin 5 antagonist indicated in add-on therapy in severe asthma. सिक्लेसोनाइड इज एन इनहेल्ड कॉर्टिकोस्टेरॉइड. इस ड्रग की खासियत यह है कि ये एक प्रो ड्रग है, और जब इनहेल किया जाता है तो ये ओरल जो म्यूकोजा है या ओरल फेरेंक्स और लैरेंक्स, इनमें ये कैंडिडियासिस नहीं करता है, क्योंकि इट इज़ नॉट अ एक्टिव ड्रग हियर. Only when it reaches the bronchioles, there it then gets converted into an active metabolite and is then active. तो इसलिए सिक्लेसोनाइड का जब इन्हेलेशन करते हैं तो इसमें टॉक्सिसिटी कैंडिडियासिस वगैरह कम होता है. ये क्वेश्चन नीट पीजी 2024 में भी आया था एंड आई हैव कवर्ड इट इन द रीकैप आल्सो. देन MgSO4 recently has been tried for acute severe asthma. सो ब्रोंकियल अस्थमा में अब देखो रिसेंट पैरामीटर्स ट्रीटमेंट के क्या हैं. अक्यूट अटैक है तो लो डोज इनहेलेशनल कॉर्टिकोस्टेरॉइड्स प्लस फॉर्मोटेरॉल विच इज़ अ लॉन्ग एक्टिंग बीटा एगोनिस्ट या लाबा. अक्यूट अटैक लेबर में आता है तो इप्राट्रोपियम दो. अक्यूट अटैक पेशेंट्स में अगर बीटा ब्लॉकर थेरेपी में आता है तो इप्राट्रोपियम दो. प्रोफाइल एक्सेस के लिए हम कॉर्टिकोस्टेरॉइड्स देते हैं. एक्सरसाइज इंड्यूस्ड अस्थमा में इनहेलेशनल कॉर्टिकोस्टेरॉइड्स भी दिए जाते हैं. क्रोमोग्लाइकेट इज ऑल्सो सेट टू बी इफेक्टिव. प्रोफाइलैक्सिस कॉर्टिकोस्टेरॉइड्स होता है. एस्पिरिन इंड्यूस अस्थमा, अगर एस्पिरिन से इंड्यूस हो रहा है तो भी लो डोज इनहेलेशनल कॉर्टिकोस्टेरॉइड प्लस लाबा. प्रोफाइलैक्सिस में कॉर्टिकोस्टेरॉइड्स. ब्रिटल अस्थमा, ब्रिटल अस्थमा मतलब कंट्रोल नहीं हो रहा है, रिफ्रैक्टरी अस्थमा हो गया, बहुत सिवियर है, उसमें टाइप 1 में वी गिव सबक्यूटेनियस टर्बिटलीन इन्फ्यूजन. सो प्लीज रिमेंबर दैट टर्बिटलीन कैन बी गिवन बाय सबक्यूटेनियस इन्फ्यूजन ऑल्सो. एंड टाइप 2 में वी गिव सबक्यूटेनियस एड्रेनालिन. Then theophylline causes diuresis because of adenosine A1 receptor antagonism. That is the mechanism by which it causes diuresis. Which antimicrobial not to be given on a chronic asthmatic patient managed on theophylline therapy? That is erythromycin should not be given because it is an enzyme inducer. Patient presented with acute exacerbation of bronchial asthma, salbutamol से ठीक नहीं हुआ, इंट्रावीनस कॉर्टिकोस्टेरॉइड्स अमाइनोफाइलिन ऐड किए. तो यहाँ पे कॉर्टिकोस्टेरॉइड्स ने क्या करा, दे इंक्रीज द ब्रोंकियल रिस्पॉन्सिवनेस टू साल्बिटामोल. विच ड्रग कैन बी एडमिनिस्टर्ड बाय सबक्यूटेनियस रूट? वी कैन गिव टर्बिटोलिन, जस्ट नाउ वी सॉ इन द अदर स्लाइड. Mechanism of action of theophylline is that it is a phosphodiesterase 4 inhibitor. To prevent exercise-induced bronchial asthma, the drug used is sodium chromoglycate. Which drug is found to be useful in acute severe asthma? That is magnesium sulfate. Which is a bronchodilator? In all the options that are given to you, you have to find out if it is a beta agonist, salbutamol, salmeterol, formoterol, then you click on that. Now, dextromethorphan is an antitussive agent. So, there are expectorants, there are mucolytics, and there are antitussives. So, dextromethorphan is that. Omalizumab is administered in bronchial asthma by subcutaneous route. Which inhibits theophylline metabolism? Theophylline का metabolism inhibitors होते हैं इसमें. Ciprofloxacin is the drug. Interaction of theophylline with ciprofloxacin. So ciprofloxacin will decrease the theophylline metabolism. Theophylline की overdose से क्या हो जाता है? Seizures. Mechanism of action of montelukast. Montelukast का mechanism of action है that it is a competitive antagonist of leukotriene receptors. Montelukast, zafilukast, they are basically acting on the cystine leukotriene 1 receptor. Drug of choice for treatment of acute asthmatic attack is beta 2 agonist. Adverse effect is tremors. All the beta agonists, just write tremors is the adverse effect. Which drug is not used in the treatment? Now वहाँ पे 4 drugs होंगी, आपको देखना है. उसमें लाबा होगा, उसमें एंटीकोलिनर्जिक्स होंगे, दूसरी ड्रग्स होंगे मास्ट सेल स्टेबलाइजर्स, कॉर्टिकोस्टेरॉइड्स, बट डेफिनेटली कॉलिन एस्ट्रेस इनहिबिटर्स आर नॉट यूज्ड इन अस्थमा. Which drug prevents the release of leukotriene and histamine from mast cell? That is nedocromil. Which is a long-acting beta-2 selective agonist? So that drug is formoterol. In bronchial asthma, mechanism of action of corticosteroids is that it inhibits the lymphocytic eosinophilic mucosal inflammation. Inhaled sodium chromoglycate is of benefit in preventing exercise-induced bronchial spasm. So that is the benefit. Most common side effect of inhalational beclomethasone is candidiasis, because when you inhale by mouth, then they cause the candidiasis in the oropharyngeal area. Xylitol is a 5-lipoxygenase inhibitor. Then xenon can be considered as an ideal inhalational anesthetic drug. Now ketamine का ये निमोनिक है. ketamine देखो, इसके मल्टीपल क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, बहुत फेवरेट क्वेश्चन है अनेस्थीसिया में, समझ लो कीटामीन के ऊपर तो आता ही आता है। तो इसमें आंसर में देखो, सबसे पहले किड्स, इट इज़ एन आईवी एनेस्थेटिक ऑफ चॉइस इन चिल्ड्रन। देन ई, इट causes hallucinations, illusions, vivid dreams. T, that is, it causes dissociative anesthesia. A is analgesic, matlab it has got analgesic use also. Meals can be given in full stomach. I say it increases the pressures, it increases blood pressure, it increases intraocular pressure, it increases intracranial tension. इसीलिए इस दवाई को हम CNS, जैसे एपिलेप्सी है अगर किसी पेशेंट को, तो उसमें हम ये नहीं देंगे। देन NMDA एंटागोनिस्ट होती है and it is good for asthmatics. So remember this mnemonic for ketamine. Propofol is the IV drug of choice for daycare surgery, for TIVA, that is total intravenous anesthesia, and also for malignant hypothermia. Following statements about lignocaine are true except, so it blocks active sodium channels with more affinity than resting sodium channels. So it doesn't block the active sodium channels. It basically prolongs the inactive state of sodium channels for a longer time, making them more refractory. Which local anesthetic belongs to the ester group, that is procaine? I don't understand why these type of questions are posed but are asked, but they are asked. Local anesthetic, they acts by affecting the sodium ion channels. Postdural या spinal puncture headache is due to seepage of CSF. True statement about bupivacaine, ये भी बहुत, bupivacaine भी बहुत favorite है. So bupivacaine is more cardiotoxic than lignocaine. Percentage of lignocaine used in spinal anesthesia is 5%. Mechanism of action of local anesthetics is that they act on sodium channels in their activated state. Most potent and longest acting anesthetic agent is dibucaine. Okay, remember this. Adrenaline is added to lignocaine in a ratio of 1 is to 2 lakhs. Eutectic mixture of local anesthetic consists of lignocaine plus prilocaine, that is 2.5%. एमला क्रीम बोलते हैं इसको. Local anesthetic are used as an antiarrhythmic agent. We all know it is lignocaine. A person is given a muscle relaxant that blocks the nicotinic receptors. Now, which is the drug which is used in reversal of muscle relaxation caused by this agent after surgery? So that means here the patient is given D-tubocurarine या जो क्यूरेर ग्रुप ऑफ ड्रग्स होती हैं, they basically block the nicotinic receptors. Now to reverse this anesthesia, the drug which is used is neostigmine, which is a cholinesterase inhibitor. Advantages of cis-atracurium over atracurium is that it releases less histamine. Mechanism of action of curare drugs is that they are inhibitors of acetylcholine receptors, that is nicotinic NM receptor. Mechanism of action, again the same thing. Which drug does not act on neuromuscular junction, that is dantrolene? It acts on the calcium channels and thus it increases the release of inhibits the calcium release. Muscle relaxant of choice in patient with serum bilirubin of 6 and serum creatine of 4.5 is atracurium. Very fast acting muscle. What is the elimination? That is Hoffman elimination. It gets atracurium is the drug which is eliminated by Hoffman elimination. Enzyme pseudocholinesterase acts on succinylcholine, right? So this is the thing, Hoffman's elimination seen with atracurium. That is why we can give it in safely in people who are having hepatic or liver disease or kidney disease. Which muscle relaxant is free of cardiovascular effects over the entire clinical dose range? That is vecuronium. Baclofen is a centrally acting muscle relaxant. It is used in spastic conditions. Long acting non depolarizing muscle relaxant is pancuronium. Following is the feature of depolarizing blockade. It causes progression to dual blockade. Baclofen used in treatment of spasticity. A patient is given before surgery, patient is given glycopyrrolate. So what is the rationale of giving glycopyrrolate? It basically, glycopyrrolate is an anticholinergic. The main reason why it is given in pre-anesthetic medication is to reduce the secretions so that next day during surgery endotracheal intubation is easier. Which IV agent does not cause cardiac depression? So that is etomidate. Which inhalational anesthetic agent causes maximum respiratory irritation? So maximum respiratory irritation कौन करता है? Desflurane. Then a female presents with placenta previa, active bleeding, pulse rate of this. Choice of anesthesia in emergency cesarean section is general anesthesia with intravenous ketamine. Color of oxygen cylinder. Please remember the colors of all the cylinders. Oxygen cylinder is black body with white shoulder. Which agent is used for daycare surgery? Propofol. Which agent is contraindicated in epileptics? That is ketamine because it increases ICT. A patient with ruptured spleen is taken. Induction agent of choice is ketamine. Then, which drug causes increased intraocular pressure? Ketamine. Anesthetic contraindicated in volvulus of gut. Remember, volvulus of gut है वहाँ पे आप nitrous oxide नहीं दोगे, नहीं तो वो गैस होता है, वो again it will increase the volvulus. A 5-year-old child is suffering from cyanotic heart disease and planned for corrective surgery. So, induction agent of choice here is ketamine. Best uterine relaxation is seen with halothane. Hallucinations are seen after ketamine. Anesthetic having a smooth induction is halothane. Which drug is effective in treatment of post-operative shivering? That is pethidine. And what is the drug that causes shivering post-operative? That is halothane. Ketamine avoided in increased arterial pressure. Shivering is observed due to halothane. These are the cylinders colors. Oxygen has black body with white shoulder. Carbon dioxide is a gray. Nitrous oxide is blue. Cyclopropane is orange. Helium is brown. Etonox is blue body with white shoulder. Please remember the colors. Drugs used in daycare surgery: desmoflurane, midazolam, sevoflurane, isoflurane, alfentanil, propofol, and mivacurium. Contraindications of ketamine, as we've seen earlier also, it is contraindicated in head injury, epilepsy, eye injury, ischemic heart disease, aneurysm, hypertension, psychiatric diseases, drug addicts. Properties of halothane. Now, halothane is also a very important drug. First of all, it is causing malignant hypothermia. ये इसका side effect होता है. It causes arrhythmia, sensitizes the heart to adrenaline, liver toxic होती है, orthostatic hypotension करती है, tocolytic भी होती है uterine labor precipitate करने के लिए. Heart में it inhibits the heart. It is a bronchodilator, so can be used in asthmatics. Non-explosive होती है. Chills करती है. Post anesthetic shivering is seen due to halothane. Catecholamines वो ये sensitizes heart. Children में it is safe. Concentration effect is seen with agents like nitrous oxide, and due to high concentration, then when diffusion occurs from alveoli to blood, there is generation of negative pressure that leads to more removal of gas from the cylinder. So remember, concentration effect is seen with N2O. Diffusion hypoxia occurs when supply of N2O is stopped. So it is prevented by 100% oxygen inhalation. Then second gas effect is seen when another inhalational agent like halothane is administered with N2O. Due to generation of negative pressure, second gas is also taken in from the cylinder. Inhalational anesthetics that precipitate seizures, we have sevoflurane, isoflurane, and enflurane, which cause that is seizures. So you can remember it like SEI, so sevoflurane, enflurane, and isoflurane. Then peginacetide is a new drug which is actually an erythropoietic stimulating agent and indicated for treatment of anemia due to chronic renal failure. What is that drug? Peginacetide. Fosatamitinib is a SYK inhibitor that can inhibit this phagocytosis and recently approved for oral treatment of idiopathic thrombocytopenic purpura. Then eltrombopag is a newly oral active thrombopoietin agonist active in ITP. And luspatercept is a new drug approved for treatment of anemia in beta thalassemia and myelodysplastic syndromes. Ticlopidine, clopidogrel, and prasugrel. These are irreversible antagonists of P2Y12 receptor of ADP. Prasugrel is more potent as compared to ticlopidine or clopidogrel, but it has got a higher risk of bleeding also. So bleeding is the main problem with all antiplatelet drugs. They are used in prophylaxis of MI, cerebrovascular diseases, and in artificial heart valves also. Now, ticagrelor and cangrelor are directly acting reversible PY receptor antagonists. Vorapaxar is an orally active inhibitor of thrombin receptors on platelets. So that is the end of the slide 7, 100 one liner series part 7. As you can see, we have started with blood and hemolytic system, hematopoietic system. So now we'll be continuing with that in the series 8 number.